The locked room. Carla and Lucas decided to leave the house, but on the night before their move, Carla disappeared. Lucas found her in the children's room, sitting on the floor with her eyes fixed on a void, murmuring, "She needs help. She's been alone for so long." Lucas tried to pull her out of the room, but the door slammed shut on its own, locking them inside. When they finally managed to escape, Carla seemed like a completely different person, as though something had taken over her. Lucas fled, but months later, he learned the house had been sold again. Rumors spread that the new owners also heard the laughter of children and found toys scattered around. As if the story was starting all over again. The voice in the basement. Joe and Amanda decided to sell the house, but before they could, Amanda felt an inexplicable urge to go back to the basement. When she entered the hidden room, she encountered a shadowy figure, like a silhouette made of darkness, which whispered, "You opened the door. Now you can't close it." Amanda was never seen again. Joe sold the house in haste and moved to another city, but he claimed to hear his wife's voice in his dreams, pleading for help. He began researching the house and discovered that every family who had lived there had experienced mysterious disappearances. Now abandoned, the house continues to attract curious visitors, but none ever returned to tell what they saw. The Mirror House. Raphael tried everything to destroy the mirror, but it seemed impervious to any force or attempt to remove it. In one last desperate move, he hired an occult specialist. The man warned him that the mirror was a portal to another dimension and that Marina was trapped there by something that wanted to escape into the real world. The specialist suggested a ritual to seal the portal, but Raphael hesitated. He didn't want to lose Marina forever. During the ritual, the mirror began to crack, and for a brief moment, Raphael saw Marina on the other side, screaming for him. Against all instructions, he tried to pull her back, but something else came through the portal instead. Now, Raphael resides in a psychiatric hospital, repeating only one phrase, "The reflection isn't me." The mirror vanished from the house, and no one knows where it is. After selling the house, Carla never fully recovered. Lucas tried placing her in specialized clinics, but she only repeated the same words. "She's still here. She's coming for you." One night, Lucas felt a presence as he slept. He woke up to the sensation of tiny hands tugging at his blanket. In the middle of the room, the teddy bear he had left behind in the house sat at his feet, covered in dust. Desperate, Lucas returned to the house to confront whatever was there. Upon entering the locked room, he found the same figure drawn on the wall, now larger and more detailed. He heard a whisper from above, and when he looked up, glowing eyes stared back at him. The door shut behind him, and Lucas was never seen again. Months later, neighbors reported hearing loud laughter and the cries of children coming from the vacant house. Joe, tormented by Amanda's disappearance, decided to face whatever was in the basement. He spent months studying the occult and uncovering the house's secrets. He discovered that decades ago, a cult had used the basement for dark rituals, sacrificing victims to feed an entity that dwelled there. With the help of a medium, Joe returned to the basement, prepared to confront the entity. The medium warned that the presence there wasn't just a lost soul but an ancient force that fed on human despair. During the ritual, the entity revealed itself, a formless mass of darkness with fiery eyes and the voices of hundreds of people crying out for help. Joe managed to seal the hidden room with a spell, but as he left, he saw Amanda's face staring at him from the wall, as if she were trapped there. He now lives tormented, knowing he saved the world from something worse but lost the woman he loved forever. Raphael, confined to the psychiatric hospital, began compulsively drawing. His sketches depicted distorted versions of his reflection, growing more monstrous with each iteration. One day, during a therapy session, he began to laugh and said, "It's out now. You're all in danger." Meanwhile, the mirror, which had vanished, was found by an antique dealer and put up for sale. Its new owner, a young woman named Isabella, noticed that her reflection seemed more alive than it should have been. Soon, she began having nightmares of dark versions of herself, stepping out of the mirror and taking over her life. One day, Isabella disappeared, and her reflection took her place in the real world. Friends and family noticed small changes in her behavior, strange smiles, disconnected gestures, and an aversion to other mirrors. The mirror remains out there, waiting for its next victim. These stories don't end happily. They remain open, spreading their terror to new people, new homes, and new places. Perhaps you'll be next.